And the worst kept secret is out. Yes, David Moyes will be back to Everton. It's like almost like a homecoming for him, for a manager who's been there for almost ever and he's helped them. He's helped them. He Everton's job is what David Moyes got when Everton had David Moyes, and they were like punching above the weight for a while. That's what got David Moyes the job at Manchester United. Everton have decided to sack Sean Dyche. It was the worst kept secret. Everybody knew this was going to happen. It was just a matter of time, and the time had come. And it was so interesting. It was just before the FA Cup match as well, and I was like, and they won in the FA Cup. But 3 hours before the FA Cup match, they were like, okay, we don't need Sean Dyche. This is like Evertonian fans cannot talk to me and tell me why this was supposed to, like, why it had to be that this bad, like why so late, when maybe they didn't have a person they just didn't want, or the person they wanted joined West Ham. Yes, Mr. Graham Potter. But anyway, Sean Dyche has been on the chopping block for a while. It's not a surprise that what happened with him. It was not a surprise to anybody. But what was a surprise was how does this kind of go forward? Like who kind of comes up, who picks up after him? It was so interesting because the group was like trying, the Falcon group was trying to talk to, there were names called as Lee Carsley, Jose Mourinho, and David Moyes. These were the three names that were being talked about. And they went for the experienced pair of hands with Mr. David Moyes. David Moyes has been saying in the previous interviews and throughout the year that he did not want to get a relegation club. You could say it is not a relegation club yet, but they are just 1 point above the relegation zone. But the main thing is they're getting into a new stadium. Everton is getting a new stadium in June. They can't be starting championship games in that stadium. They need the revenue of the Premier League to sustain them with the new club. But it's going to be interesting what David Moyes gets. It's a 2.5 year deal. He's still there till 2027. I think that was one of the things because Mr. David Moyes wouldn't have wanted a small, like a 6 month deal or a year and a half, because he might also be eyeing the England coach or managing job. But then it feels that this gives him the time, the security that Everton will be the new stadium, will have a new manager. David Moyes still 2020.